Hey guys, today we are talking all about the Delight curriculum and also about how to sell your books. So here we go. You have two options for how to access the Delight curriculum. The first is the traditional Delight book, and then the second option for all you technology people is the new Delight app that you can download in the App Store. Now everybody in Delight has the option to use one or the other, but we encourage that everybody has the curriculum in some shape or form. Now every semester, each Delight chapter must use the Delight curriculum, and they have to start on a fresh volume every semester. So for instance, if it's your first semester you will use volume 1, and then your second semester you'll use volume 2. And we encourage this because it helps to make a smooth transition. People that come in the middle of the semester won't be confused, and every semester you get a fresh start. When using the Delight curriculum, it's really important that you don't skip any of the stories in the book. You might be a little bit tempted to skip a story that doesn't relate to you personally or that your leadership team doesn't relate in. But really push through those stories and see what the Lord has for you in it, because if it doesn't relate to you personally, I'm sure that it relates to so many other girls in your Delight chapter. You might be wondering, okay, how do we even get these books? Well, first things first, you'll need to appoint somebody on your leadership team who is the book coordinator. And this is the person that we will ship the books to, the person who will be in charge of selling them at each of your weekly meetings, and also the person who will receive monthly email updates on how many books your chapter has sold. The second thing you need to do before you get your books is fill out the informational contract. The informational contract will come in a newsletter at the very beginning of every semester. And on this contract, it will ask for how many books you want, where you want them sent, and when you want to receive them. Keep in mind that it takes about 1 to 2 weeks to receive your books, so plan ahead so that you have those books for your kickoff meeting. Once you receive your books, it's really important to first count them and make sure you received the amount of books that you requested. The second thing is put them in a really safe place so that nothing gets lost or wrecked or anything like that. A lot of people wonder how many books they should order for each semester. If it's your first semester, then we suggest ordering anywhere from 10 to 20 books. Unless your chapter is receiving a lot of attention already, then go ahead and order more. If you're an already established chapter, then you probably already have a pretty good idea about how many books you need to order for your chapter. At any point during the semester, we can send you more books if you need them, and you can also send books back at the end of every semester, which we'll talk more about later. But don't stress about this number, any number will be fine. So some of you might be wondering, how am I even going to sell these books? Well, in your package of books, when you receive your package, you will also receive a square reader, which is this little white thing. You might have seen it before. And this allows you to accept credit or debit cards. And that is the way that you're going to sell all of the books. We do not accept cash or checks, so keep that in mind when selling the books. Now we're going to walk you through some instructions on how to sell books using the square. In your book packages, you'll also receive a written out version of these instructions, so pay attention to those as well. But first things first, you're going to want to download the Square Register app that's found in the App Store. Then plug the Square into your phone, log into the app using the login information on those instructions, and then you're going to want to go ahead and find your school on the list. So for instance, if my school is Kansas State, if I want to sell one book, I would click on Kansas State, and then I would hit the blue charge button. Go ahead and swipe your debit card. Then the transaction will process, it'll ask you to sign, and it'll also ask you if you'd like a receipt, and that's it. When you use the Square Reader, all of that money is automatically deposited into the Delight account, and you don't have to worry about it after that. But be sure to also record all of your sales on the book form that's also included in your book package. This is a really great way just to double check all of your sales and transactions. That way nothing gets lost or miscommunicated, and we can all be on the same page. Once a month, somebody from the Delight headquarters will be checking in with the book coordinator about all of your chapter's book sales. In this email, we will say how many books that you have sold and then how many books you have left to sell. It's really important that you check these emails and even respond to them, making sure that we're on the same page. At the very end of the semester, we will ask for you to send back your extra books along with the book, form, and square reader. Any book that is missing will be charged to your Delight chapter, so make sure to keep track of these book sales. The biggest takeaway that we have for you after watching this video, and our biggest piece of advice, is to make sure that every single person involved in your Delight chapter has the curriculum. Whether they have the book or the app, make sure that they're following along every single week in some shape or form. We promise that this will impact your communities in way more ways than you can even imagine. It will strengthen your discussion, people will feel connected, and we promise that this will help you to feel the impact that this ministry is supposed to have on your campus. That's all we have for you in today's video, but if you still have questions or need more information, then be sure to check out the Online Leaders Resources page. And we just give you a ton of information about the books, but if you have more specific questions about the app, then please visit www.delightministries.com/app and it'll answer those questions for you. But that's all, like I said, and we will talk with you soon.